G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza and today I'm going to dive in some dumpsters and hopefully find my dignity. Sometimes in comments I see very kind people saying Jazza could make art out of anything, even trash. Well today I'm going to try and make you proud. Just you, not my parents. So we're gonna scout my local areas and look for some dumpsters that I can open up. Most of them unfortunately lock. So we're going to try and get our hands dirty, literally, and we're going to see what variety of goodies we can make some arts and crafts out of. Now, I have two things I'm going to equip when doing this. The first is this, because it hides the fear in my eyes, shields me from the sun, and makes me look like I'm trying to be cooler. And then the second is this, because when you go dumpster spelunking, it's good to catch a first-person view. Let's go. Not that one. That one's forgot. Sorry. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is a local public trash can. I think we're going to start small and work our way up. Oh, that does not look inviting. Yeah, nothing in there. Let's keep going. It's all for the views, baby. So is this. This is what we call a family group. It's a beautiful thing when we see them unified in the wild. Oh, this is for the liquor shop, and it's open! But there's nothing in there. So kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? YouTuber? It's an aspirational job, you got to admit. Sorry, did you catch that? It was parkour. That's right, I'll do it again. Oh, I don't know why I went for seconds. That's a big one. It's probably locked. Is this legal?
None of what we do is legal.
Gotcha. We're empty-handed so far, but it's the effort that... Yeah, no, this is a miserable failure. Why doesn't anyone chuck out like paintbrushes and watercolors or something? Sketchbooks. No one throws out modeling clay. This is good. This is good. They've got and some of this is like thinner, more, I hope it doesn't close on me, malleable stuff. Premium quality cardboard here. Ah! I hope I don't get locked in here. The picks are the slim pickings today. That's what I was thinking to say. Pickings are slim. Oh my God! Look at that, look. It's like El Dorado. Let's go. Hi, how you going? Good. You're not using this?
No. Oh, you wanted a cardboard one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all right?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. We're not going to call anyone or...
No, it's like, why are you filming?
See ya. Thank you. Close call. Is it hot in here? Just sweating. We should probably get stuff and go before they actually do call someone. Run, Lee, run! Forget it, just run! This is my haul from a day out in the dumpsters. We found a nice sweet spot behind some electrical appliance shops, which has given me a whole bunch of foam and some miscellaneous cardboard and other stuff to work with. So I'm gonna go home, have a shower, and then I'm gonna see if I can create some sort of sculpture. Let's get to work. Well, I'm back from my escapades. I've had a shower, even though I still feel dirty inside. This is the loot I have, a whole bunch of foam and cardboard and some miscellaneous things. Now, I still don't know what I'm gonna make, but some ideas are brewing, and then there are some feature pieces that I think could be really cool. Let me just get all this off the table and show you some things that stand out to me. Where possible, I've tried to get sort of flat-ish large area things that I think will be useful to sort of carve shapes out of. This is one of my favorite finds of the day. It looks like something that would be perfect for like the base of, I don't know, some sort of a bust or sculpture. So I'm gonna use this as a base for whatever I make. I feel like it's a really cool way to present whatever horrific thing I end up creating. Again, just some miscellaneous pieces. I have no idea what I'm gonna turn it into, but I have a piece of wood that could be useful and just more foam. There's also these are sort of a weird plasticky material. I'm hoping if they cut up evenly enough, they could be useful. And of course, just some general cardboard and the lid of a broken washing machine, as you do. So they are going to be the core parts of my dumpster art challenge today. Now, in bringing it all together and actually making something worthwhile, obviously I'm not gonna find art supplies in the dumpster, from paint to glue and things like that. So I've put together a box of goodies and set myself some general limitations as to what I'm allowed to use. Basically, stuff that is kind of neglected or falling apart that might have ended up in the dumpster anyway. For example, the paints I have here are actually the leftover paints from when I painted the mural in my other studio. So I have these and they've literally been lying around for years and I kept them for no particular reason. They're having a resurgence and I will be using those for my paints. And in general, just sort of stuff that most people should be able to find laying around their house. Some containers, some old paint brushes, and toilet paper, or loo roll, as they used to call it on Art Attack, which is my jam. I grew up watching Art Attack. I am here to bring the old loo roll and glue method back for everyone to enjoy. Some scissors, Stanley knife, and some old brushes, and hobby knife. So these are all of my supplies. Again, this is all kind of junky stuff. Nothing super fancy. I haven't bought anything for this challenge, and I still have no idea what I'm going to make. But I'm hoping this will be one of those situations with the fact that now I have my supplies, I can just get my hands dirty. Hopefully ideas will emerge as I figure out how they are to work with. So now that I've got all my materials, it's time to get started and see what we can come up with. I begin by working the base piece of foam and making some tweaks, rounding out the bottom and filling in the flat bit at the front so that it's round all the way around the base. I work with serrated kitchen knives for cutting the larger chunks of foam and use a fully extended hobby knife for refined carving. At this point, I still didn't know what I was going to make, but when I saw this black piece of plastic with a circular hole I could use, I got the perfect idea. Now, to pull off the concept I was going for, I'd need to sculpt numerous pieces of foam of different sizes, so I squared off and glued two rectangular pieces together and set it aside to dry, so I had at least one larger solid chunk to carve later on, and I went on to refine the edge of that plastic lip using the piece of wood for support and to help my accuracy, and created a cylindrical shape, held together and supported by that plastic lip and duct tape. Next, I started to cut and piece together numerous little props that I had in mind to make my idea come to life, such as cardboard and plastic boards together to make these little books, carefully carved foam in an octagon shape to make a pencil, which I know are normally hexagons, but the octagon shape was easier to create for my initial foresights, and I figured nobody would notice unless I'd confessed it in the voiceover, in which case I realized I ruined my totally exposing my mistakes. I'm sorry, I have insecurities about shapes, particularly hexagons and octagons. It's a thing. There were a few other little pieces that I carved and glued together to make a little paintbrush, and I cut a mini palette shape out from the plastic board. Next comes one of my favorite little tricks that I learned from one of my favorite shows growing up, Art Attack. Now, if you didn't grow up and watch this show, you're likely too young to realize what you missed out on, but in that show, the host often used a trick whereby mixing 1 part water and 1 part PVA glue, he would coat little sculptures in toilet paper and create a sort of toilet paper mache. Doing this achieves a few cool things. First, when it's dry, the exterior surface of these objects becomes nice and solid to the touch and a fantastic surface to paint on. The raw cardboard and foam surfaces would soak in too much paint and take too long to dry. And second, it adds a cool stone-like texture to the surface of the models, making the creations look super arty. You can also clump areas of the wet, gluey toilet paper to make 3-dimensional clumps like I did on the palette, which would later become paint splodges and really pop out. Now, when doing this, it's important to note not to overwork or oversaturate the stuff, or you'll end up with it breaking apart and clumping together a lot. So, can you guess what I'm making yet? Any ideas? Now, I know when it's dry, it doesn't look
look that impressive, but after a quick base coat of white paint on everything, you can really start to see the effect come to life.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a bit of a slog, but somehow I've managed to turn the trash I have to work with into parts that I can use to bring together and construct into my project. Now, I've been mysterious as to what I'm creating up until now, so I'm going to reveal to you what I actually have in mind. This is a trophy base, and I thought that this representing or being a depiction of a trash can on a trophy could be a really fun way to put together this and some art supplies. These are some sketchbooks. And we have a palette that we can pop back here, a paintbrush, probably in this way, a pencil, and we have just a bit of a plaque that I can put somewhere on the front. Now, these are gonna be glued in place and they're gonna be painted individually before I put them together, but I thought I deserved a little bit of a reward or award for the awkward work I put in to make this video possible. Now, this has been really fun to put together, and the bulk of the work has been done in terms of the sculpting and then creating that exterior mesh and coating it in white paint. So it was a bit time consuming, but the final part, which is adding the color and bringing it all together, is the most satisfying part. Those of you who are curious as to how long this has actually taken, I've been working on this. This is the second day I've been working on this, through which time I've been binge watching Rick and Morty, and at this stage in the project, I'm up to season 2, episode Swifty. So it's time to move on in the project and paint this piece up, put it together, and give myself the recognition I deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with gratitude and humility in my heart that I thank you for this award. I've worked so hard, I've worked really hard to make people proud and to create the kind of content that would inspire generations to come. And I think that this is the moment that I, as an artist, feel that that is not only within my grasp, but okay, jokes aside, I had a huge amount of fun making this one. This was quite an undertaking. This actually took 2.5 full days to create out of trash and crap I had lying around, and yet the result is something I am incredibly proud of and really excited to share with you guys. I'm particularly proud of the fact that every single material that I gathered from my trash escapades has been used or incorporated into this award. Even the stuff that isn't part of the award, the wood stick I used to rest and cut against to, you know, be somewhat safe. And even the washing machine lid was perfect to mix colors on because everything else like cardboard and foam would absorb and soak in the paint. So it was just this weird mix of materials that ended up being perfect and created a result that I think is just a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed the process and seeing this adventure come about and the result that I've created here. And of course, make sure to leave a comment with some suggestions for future art challenges that I might take on, and subscribe to Draw with Jazza, if not just for the quality content that comes out 3 times a week, at least to see whatever the hell happens next, because this stuff is getting crazier and crazier. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and until next time, I'll see you later.
Make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos. And while you're at it, check out my shop where I sell ebooks, brushes, photo references, video courses, and more. There's another video you might enjoy from my channel over there, and you can also check out my behind the scenes daily vlog channel, Daily Jazza. That's it for now, and until next time, I'll see you later.